Okay, so we're going to change Jack's insulin pump, which is an Omnipod 5, and these are the items that we're going to need in order to do that. So we've got the pump itself, we've got the insulin and his device, we've got the Cavalon, which is a barrier to stop irritation, and we're going to need a couple of cotton pads just to clean the area first, and then an overlay as well just to help stop it falling off. So we open up his device and it's telling us that the pod needs changing as it's due to expire. So we select view pod details and change pod, and then deactivate pod. So that's going to deactivate and switch off his existing pod. Once the pod's deactivated, we need to remove the old pod. Jack obviously prefers to do this himself because it's not particularly comfortable. So I'll dispose of the old pod, and then as you can see it's now telling us there is no active pod. So we will select set up new pod, and the device itself is going to talk us through and give instructions how to refill the new pod. So once we've selected the new site for the new pump, we're going to use one of the cotton pads which is dampened with warm water just to make sure the area is clean, and then dry it off with the second pad, which is a dry pad. We've not wet that one. Once the area is dry, we're going to get the Cavalon, take the Cavalon lollipop out itself, and using the foam applicator on the end, we're going to cover the area where the new pod is going to go, and once that's dry, that will create a barrier to protect his skin. So whilst the Cavalon's drying, we'll go on to the next stage. And as I said, on the device itself, it will give you instructions on how to do this and talk you through it. So we open the new pump, place that to one side, and then there is a syringe and needle inside the packaging. We push and twist the needle on. We need to pull the plunger and fill it with air, and then remove the cap, exposing the needle. We need to get the insulin vial and place the needle into the rubber bung in the end, turning it upside down, and then we're going to push the air out of the syringe back in to cause some back pressure, and then fill that all the way up to 200. Just giving that a little while just to fill up. Once it's full, remove the needle from the vial and then just expel any air out of the syringe and just tap off any excess. Then if we look at the Omnipod device itself, you'll see that there's an arrow on here which is indicating where you need to fill it. Again, there's a rubber bung in there, so you place the needle into the rubber bung and then slowly begin to depress the syringe, filling the pump with insulin. The double beep is indicating that the minimum amount has been put in, but we're going to put the entire syringe in, all 200 units. Once we've done that, carefully replace the safety needle on the syringe, so a safety cap on the needle, and then we're going to get the device and select next. Now the device is going to synchronize with the pump, and this just takes a short period of time. Once the pump is synchronized, the device chimes to let you know, and then we need to remove the safety cap, and using the two tabs remove the backing off the adhesive part. Okay, this particular occasion we're putting this on his thigh, and it goes sort of diagonally on his thigh, so not where your where an iron crease would be on the front and not on the seam on the side, halfway in between. in the middle of his thigh, and it needs to be put on his thigh vertically. So we'll stick that on. Make sure that the adhesive part is thoroughly stuck, and then using the device we will select start, and it's just double checking that the pod is securely in place, which it is, so we'll press yes. This is now going to communicate with the pump, and it's going to insert the cannula into his leg. Once the cannula is inserted, we just need to check. It's difficult to see on the video, but on the device itself there is a small square here, and there's within the pump itself there's a pink coloured part inside which will move into the square, which is to indicate that it is now activated. And then on the end, again difficult to see on the camera, but there's a small window where you'll be able to see the blue cannula, and we need to check that that cannula has gone into his skin. So once we've checked those things, we go back to the device, and it's asking us to check that those things I've just explained. So we select yes, and then it's asking if we want to revert the device to automated mode, which we do, so we press yes. Then on the device you'll get connecting transmitter. This can take up to 20 minutes, so the device and jack need to be kept in close proximity until this connection's made. Once it's connected, it'll start giving you the blood glucose reading in the centre of the screen. Then we need to get the overlay. I just generally fold back the covers for the adhesive tabs, set that over the top, and then remove these, sticking the overlay down, making sure that's thoroughly attached. This is just an added bit of protection just to help the pod from coming off when he's doing exercise and sports. Last thing we need to do is to get the soft skin wipe, and this is just going to help us remove the adhesive from where the pump was that we've taken off. So we'll open that wipe and then just use that, gently rubbing around where you can see the adhesive stuck to his skin, just to clean that area up. And that's it. His pump's changed.